If you've been in the forex market for some time now, one of the most popular terms you would hear is risk to reward. Is it possible that risk to reward is holding you back from making those progress as a forex trader? Well, I think that's the case with me, and in today's video I want to show you exactly what I mean and show you what I'm planning to do to come out of this. But before we get there, one of the ways I learned to trade, or the way I trade presently, is a way that allows you to catch big trades. Okay, so you can take a trade and hedge it and catch the 1:10, 1:15 trades. You know, it can be very interesting and exciting when those trades play out. However, in the course of looking at my journals, I came to realize that if probably I was taking the 1:3, is it possible that I would have made a lot more profit than waiting for the 1:15 to play out and the 1:10? So I'm going to show you exactly what this is all about on the laptop screen. So, but if you don't understand what risk to reward is, basically risk to reward is all about how much money you're willing to risk in comparison to how much money you're willing to make if the trade plays out. So say for instance you're risking $100 and the trade is a 1:2 trade. What it means is if you lose the trade, you're going to lose $100, but if you win the trade, you're going to be winning $200. All right, so that's a 1:2. However, if it's a 1:3, if you're winning the trade, you're going to be making $300. That's using the $100 example, and if you're losing the trade, you're going to be losing $100. So how does this actually decide if you're going to be successful in the forex market or not? Now let's go to the laptop screen. Let me show you exactly how I feel this has affected my trading over the past months, all right, and what I intend to do going forward. Let's go. All right, welcome to my laptop screen. So on this screen, I'm just going to show you the trades I was looking at for this week and how they all played out. So on my watch list, I also have what I call the red list. So I have watch list where I have all the pairs, over 14 of them, and then I have the red list. So the red list are the ones I'm actively expecting a setup on for the week. All right, so this allows me to sort out my trades, so I don't really need to look at all the pairs in that week. So let's begin from GBPUSD. This was the first pair. So if you look at this, you know, I'm not just going to go through the whole breakdown. I just want to show you the risk to reward. So there's this tool on TradingView that allows you to check your risk to reward. All right, so it helps you to know how many pips you're risking and how many pips you're expecting in profit in case the trade plays out. Okay, so this is the tool. There's a long tool for buys and there is a short tool for sells. You know, both of them plays the same or serves the same purpose, just different position or different direction. So the buy and the sell. All right, so yeah, now this is out of the way, so let's get into this. So this was the trade I was looking at for the week. All right, got into this trade. I saw this candle here. I already saw this impulse up and the correction down, so I got into this trade, set my entry up there, and the trade triggered me in. Now unfortunately I was not able to secure or move my stop loss to break even before this trade reversed against me. All right, I was not able to move that to break even before the trade reversed against me. I was not close to the laptop. I was busy with something else. All right, so this trade reversed against me. So let's look at the date. This trade played out from the 8th of September, so you can see it's this week. All right, this trade played out from the 8th of September. Let's probably check today's date online just to be sure. Today's date. All right, let's see what the date is today. So this is actually 10th. Why is my laptop speaking Igbo or Yoruba or Jo? I don't know what's happening, guys. I'll check that. But today's date, that's not a language I understand. Something is wrong somewhere. I'll check the setting. But if you look at if you look down here, today is 9th. All right, is it 9th? Today is 10th, rather, 10th of September. All right, 10th of September. So this is probably 10th, and this could mean September in another language. Today's date and time, let's see. Okay, 11:50. Okay, so let's go back to the chart. I just had to do that so you understand that I'm actually doing this in the week where I'm talking about this trade. Okay, so I'm not looking at a trade that played out 2 weeks ago or last month. I'm looking at the trade that played out just this week. Now look at this. I lost this trade because of course I wasn't able to move my entry to break even, which is good, no problems. Okay, then I moved to the next pair. This happened on the 8th. This happened on the 8th, so this is probably not the first trade I took, but it's one of those trades. So I'm not going through these in any order. These are all just the trades I took. All right, so let's look at Euro AUD. Euro AUD was another nice trade I entered. So don't forget, the first one, I entered 4 trades this week. The first trade, GBPUSD, ended in a loss. All right, 1% loss. Now look at this one. So this trade was a trade I entered, what date was this? On the 6th. Now this trade didn't take me out because it only triggered me in up here. All right, so my stop loss was tight, 30 pips stop loss. So this trade played out beautifully, but look at this. I was able to move this trade to break even around this point. Okay, I was able to move this trade to break even around that point, and the market kept going up. So I even uploaded an update on this trade where I was expecting a correction right here. I was expecting the trade to correct and give me another entry right there. But guess what? That didn't happen. Instead, the trade reversed and tagged me out for a break even, and then went in my direction. Tagged me out for a break even and went in my direction. See how many percent this went into? Over 8%. Okay, now but look at this. If I had set my take profit at a 1:3, guess what would have happened? This trade would have tagged me out for a break even, for it would have tagged me out for a profit of 3%. So this would have been a win instead of a breakout. But this was a breakout because, you know, my strategy entails that I should look at the overall run and let the trade move. So my take profit was somewhere up here. At least my first take profit was somewhere up here. Yeah, that was supposed to be my first take profit. That would have been like a 9% or 10%. All right, 9.7%. So that was the target. But guess what? It didn't play out. So this ended up in a break even. So if you're looking at this now, I've lost 1%, and this is nothing because I didn't make any money from this. So let's look at the next pair, USDCAD. Okay, let's look at USDCAD. Excuse me. Now USDCAD was another sweet trade that played out. Look at this. So this trade played out, what date was this? On the 8th of September as well. And this trade was a beautiful one as well. Very beautiful trade. So once the trade started moving in my direction, guess what? I moved this to 1%. And as you would have it, the trade came and tagged me out for 1%. So I made 1% from this trade. All right. But if I had kept my take profit at 1:3, guess what? I would have made 3% from this trade. You can see why I'm considering to change my strategy with regards to take profit. Now that was the third trade. Let's look at the very last trade. Now this is CAD CHF. All right, this is another beautiful trade that played out. So I saw this entry. What date was this? On the 8th of September as well. All right, saw this entry, set my entry down there. The trade tagged me in and started going in profit. So I moved this to break even the moment the trade started going in profit. But once I saw this rejection down here, I felt like this could reverse, you know. Guess what? I moved my entry to 1:1. Moved it to 1:1. This trade was a 20 pips trade, so I entered with a 20 pips 20 pip stop loss. Okay, so this trade came in and guess what? Took me out for a 1% and then went in my direction. So overall, if you look at this, I took 4 trades. I lost one of those trades. One was in break even. All right, so if I get the text tool here, where's that tool? I get a text tool there, you know, I took 4 trades. All right, I had 1 loss, then I had 1 break even, and then I had 2 wins, you know, for 2%. because both of them were 1% wins. Okay, now look at this. So if you do the math, it will be 2 minus 1. All right, so because I won 2 trades, so it becomes 2 wins here, 2 wins. All right, if we make this, let's just leave it at that. Let me not complicate this. So 2 wins, 1 break even, 1 loss. All right, so that becomes 2 minus 1. All right, which will now be equal to, that means my profit was just 1% for the whole week. You would say it's not bad, but let's look at if I had taken 1:3. If I had taken 1:3, there would have been no break even. So I would have had 4 trades. All right, 4 trades, and then I would have had 1 loss. And guess what? I would have had 3 wins. Excuse me. I would have had 3 wins, and those 3 wins would have been equal to 9%. Those 3 wins would have been equal to 9%, and my loss would have been equal to 1%. My loss would have been equal to 1%. All right, and if you do the math, that would have been 9 minus 1. So I would have ended the week with an 8% profit as against 1% profit. It's not the first time this is happening, and it's beginning to make me, reconsider. It's beginning to make me reconsider, and I'm beginning to feel like, should I even move my, take profits to 1:3 and, just let the trade play out? Because if I had allowed this for 1:3, just keep it fixed. So every trade I take, I'm just going to let the trade play out to 1:3. All right, because there is a lot of room. This particular trade will actually end up coming all the way down here. It will end up coming all the way down there. Like, I'm very positive that the trade will come to test this low point here, but then it takes me out before it comes all the way down. So will I always wait for that to happen, or will I just go ahead and be taking 3%? So that's what I'm going to be testing going forward. In the coming week, I'm going to be doing a 1:3 for all my trades in this new week, and I would see how it plays out. So I'm going to keep you guys updated, but this is what I'm planning to do to fix this, because it's really hard to see your trade play out only to realize that you were taken out for a break even, or you ended up taking a 1% from a potential 3% trade. So this is what I'm going to be doing. All right, the good thing about risking 1:3 or going for a 1:3 risk to reward. So what I actually calculated that made me very confident about this strategy is, say for instance, I have a winning rate of 50%. All right, I have a winning rate of 50%. What it means is, if I take 10 trades, I would win. All right, 10 trades, I would win 5. If I take 10 trades, I'll win 5 and lose 5. Okay, win 5, lost 5. But let's look at the math now. If I win 5 for a 1:3, that 5 that I won would have been equal to 3 times 5, 15%. All right, and this 5 that I would lose would have been equal to 5 times 1, of course, risking 1%, which is still 5%. All right, so if we do the math in a month, all right, profit would be 15 minus 5, which would still be equal to 10%. So it means in a month, or in a week, as the case may be, like in this case, it was 4 trades I had this week. So let's say in a month, if I take 10 trades, I could actually end the month with 10% profit, which is going to be decent, depending on the account size you're trading. So this is going to be decent. So I'm going to be testing this out. I don't have any proof for this right now, but this is just based on the data I've collated, and my diary also shows me the same thing, or my journal also shows me that if I was taking 1:3, I would have been more profitable. I'm going to try this going forward and let you know how it plays out. Okay. All right, so now that you know what my plan is going forward in terms of my risk to reward, I want you to go to the comment section and tell me exactly what your risk to reward is and which of them has worked best for you, because I want to start implementing the 1:3 risk to reward and see how it goes. Okay, because just like you saw on my chart, if I was taking the 1:3 trades, I would have probably made a lot of profit this week. However, I ended up taking a break even sort of in this week. So I want you to tell me exactly what you do with your risk to reward and how that has been for you. Okay, and please, if if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, so you can stay in the loop as I progress as a forex trader. Let's do this together, because I'm going to be uploading anything I learn that has helped me improve. I want to keep trusting the process and improving as much as possible. So let's do this together. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.